Hello once again, witchy people. Welcome back to the bedroom of the Covenstead. I am here because I have been thinking about trying to sort out my clothes. I was going to go live. Because I've got this theory in my head that being a witch affects the way you dress. And I'll tell you why I think that. It's because I think how you dress expresses who you are, obviously. So I think we use clothing as a way of saying this is who I am. Now, for a certain extent, yes, that's true of everything. But I think there are certain things in my wardrobe that if I wasn't a witch, I wouldn't have. But I can't say for sure, because in all honesty, it's so hard to explain. As with most witches I know, I am intrinsically a witch. It's not part of me, it is me. In the same way that I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a wife. This is who I am. Okay, the wife thing could vary, but I'll always be a mum, I'll always be a daughter, I'll always be a sister, and I'll always be a witch. These are parts that make me whole, and they are me. So it's not something that I can disassociate myself from at any stage. So what you wear, if you think that way, and I think a lot of witches do, they are, and I think even if you don't do it intentionally, you may wonder why I'm here. This is my wardrobe door. I don't think that intentionally, I think that even unintentionally, we dress a certain way, or we show off certain parts of ourselves in a certain way by what we wear. So someone's just come up the stairs. So if there's any weird noises, by the way, behind that big pile, I'll show you, behind that big pile of clothes there, which is maybe a fifth, a sixth of my wardrobe, behind there, just behind there, is the dog. Isn't it, Barkley? Hello? Yeah, and he's snoring. So, I'm trying to get you level again. So even witches that are in the closet, in the broom closet, I think sometimes wear things that I think shows them to be a witchy sort of person. And like I said, subconsciously and unintentionally. Now, what I mean by there are things that I probably wouldn't have if I wasn't who I am, if I wasn't a witch. It's because there are certain items that maybe I feel represent me being a witch a lot more strongly, and I probably wouldn't wear them because if I wasn't a witch, because I wouldn't have a reason to wear them, even if I liked them, which I do. I'll show you what I mean. Just going through my dresses. So, for instance, this one. To me, it's a very witchy aesthetic. I don't often wear velvet, even though this has got a velvet top, because it ages me, same as lace. Lace ages me terribly. It's an off the shoulder, which I love. It's by Dark Star. I think I bought it second hand. This I would wear out. This I would wear out the house and go out on night out. No problems. That is definitely, because that is a witch aesthetic. Would I wear that if I wasn't who I am? I don't know. I was a goth in the 80s. This one, you've seen me wear this before. I have worn this on video before. It's got the hood at the back, and this is purple, not the blue it might look like. So this is very, very midsummer, medieval feel, very gothic, very, very paganistic, I think. It has a certain aesthetic to it that people, I think if I wore this, people would either assume that I was into cosplay or into historical replay, drama, just not very good at it, or I was a witch. I probably would not have this if I wasn't a witch. I can't say, like I said, I can't say for sure because, you know, I don't know, because I am who I am. So that is very much, to me, a witchy aesthetic. Now, there are other things that I think that other people have said are very witchy and gothicy, but I don't see them as that. This is one of my favourite dresses of all time. It has a drop waist. It's a faux wrap, so it's got a crossover bit here. It's plain black. It has a very full skirt, very full. I have worn this to death. It has been re-dyed more times than I care to remember because it fades. I accidentally wore it to work one day. Long story. Basically, I went out with my best friend and my boss. We were out. We got home really, really late. We had work that morning. I didn't have time to get changed, so I went out in high heels and this dress to do my job, which was preparing builds, fresh builds to be ready to be show homes and cleaning show homes. Big mistake. Anyway, so I think this is quite a witchy aesthetic. But only because other people have said so. To me, it's just a beautiful plain black dress. It's very heavy, not a summer dress. And that definitely, you know, to other people, that shows that, you know, oh, she must be a witch if she's wearing that. But to me, that's a normal dress. I would probably have this even if I wasn't a witch because I love this dress. There are certain clothes in my wardrobe, most of them are black, that I would not be without. And the little bit that you can see here, this is kind of my colour palette. There are reds and burgundies, greens, especially forest greens and dark sages and khaki greens, and black. A little bit of purple. So, do the clothes maketh the witch? And to a certain extent, yes, they do. I mean, there are other black dresses I have. I've never even actually worn this one. It's just so that I could wear a dress like the one I've just shown you in the summer, because this one's thinner. But I have never worn it. And a lot of that is... But you all know that not all my clothes, I think, are very gothic or pagan. The wrap over dress that I wore to show how much weight I'd lost. Not very pagan. I have polka dots, which is also a wrap over dress. It doesn't fit me. It's too small. Basically, it fits me beautifully, except when it gets to, because I have a very broad back. I do not have the bust to match it. I have a very broad back. And when I wear it, it does this. And I don't like that. So I need to get what they call a modesty panel, also known as a boob tube for other people to wear underneath it, which I do have. Yeah. So, as I said, there are certain things that I think... Now, my ideal... sort of like, if I was thinking of style icons that I would love to be like, I am somewhere in between a Stevie Nicks and a Chrissy Hind. Look them up, people. If you do not know who they are, shame on you. So yeah, somewhere between a Stevie Nicks and a Chrissy Hind is where I would like to think I am. Unfortunately, there are a lot of things that each of these people wear that I can't. Now, I have a lot of skirts that are layers and layers and layers of, those might be trousers actually. No, that's a skirt. Layers and layers and layers of netting and tulle and TULE, things like this. Skirt as well, quite layered, and it has this almost a military sort of vibe on the front of it. That to me is very, very kind of Stevie Nicks, and you also notice that most of what I'm taking out is black. My wardrobe staple colour is black, and that's not because I'm a witch. It's because I was a teenager and a goth in the 80s. And a witch. So yeah, this is one of my favourite skirts. It's very heavy. It is layers upon layers upon layers of netting and tulle, and I think that's got quite a Stevie Nicks vibe. So, and a lot of my skirts are like that. Not all of them, but a lot of them are like that. So yeah, see, and I do have it in red, I have it in green. I have lots of floaty netted skirts in burgundy, and see, this one's quite nice. See, it's got a nice bit to it. So yes, I do. I love wrap dresses, wrap trousers, wrap tops, wrap skirts. If all my wardrobe is just nothing but wrapped clothes, I'd be in heaven, I think. But you can't get wrap jeans. Not that I would wear them anyway. I'm not a jeans sort of person. I wear them on the motorbike. I wear them sometimes when I'm walking the dog, if it's extremely cold. But I'm not really a jeans person. And I have one pair of blue jeans, 5 pairs of black jeans, 1 pair of grey jeans, and 3 pairs of white cream or off-white jeans. And out of all of that, one is a pair of skinny jeans that I have never worn. The label's still on it. And I think, yes, there is an aesthetic. So even when I wear, I'm very much an 80s girl. Was an 80s girl. I'm now a retro old lady. Even with jeans, I will wear high heels. I don't like wearing flat shoes. Except when I'm walking the dog, and that's only because I have to. I don't enjoy it though. But for the most part, I mean, I do have some shorter, as in mid-calf skirts and dresses. Most of my clothing is ankle length. That is sometimes because I am very, very short. I am 5'2.5". That half is very important. So I'm only 5'2.5". And I like to definitely have longer clothes, which is very easy because they are all either ankle length or too long for me. I don't wear anything that shows off my arms here because of this bit, which I have shown you before, let's face it, you know. But people tend to, I mean, I've gone out in my black suede coat, and I've said this before, the local kids called me Queen of the Witches. And I loved that, but I wasn't wearing anything that I would consider to be overtly goth, pagan or witchy. I was just wearing my normal clothes. And yet that's what they decided to see. I think it started off as an insult, and when they realised that I liked it, they said, oh, okay then, we'll just keep on calling her it because she likes it, and I'm an okay person apparently. The local kids don't mind me so much. So I think so I've got hay fever, really bad hay fever. All I'm sort of like trying to get through is do we wear certain things because we are witches? And I think we have to say yes, because most of us are witches. not as it's not a part-time thing. We just are witches. It's part of our whole psyche. It's part of our makeup. It's who we are. Along with that amalgamation of whether we are husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, partners, daughters, sons, uncles, aunts, whatever, nieces, nephews. Because it is intrinsically part of who we are. It's part of our makeup. It's part of, just part of who we are. It is who we are. Yes, the clothes do make us the witch. And sometimes we show that more than perhaps we think we do. Other people may pick up on certain things and decide that we dress a certain way and guess that perhaps we have a more pagan background. So it's just some thoughts I had. I'm not saying that, everyone dresses like me, because they don't. Far from it. But I think if you go, especially if you go through if you find witches on Facebook or Instagram, look at how they dress, and there's a certain aesthetic, there's a certain vibe about a lot of the clothes they wear, which I think is, I don't know, it just shows, for the most part, who they are. Even people that have that sort of, they might have a 50s or 60s feel about how they dress. There's still almost a witchy aesthetic about it. And it's not because they wear black. As you can see, I don't always wear black. I do tend to wear dark colours. I do have very few patterned things. I think I have a polka dot dress. I have that dress. And I have my shawl, which is embroidered. It's not printed, it's embroidered. But other than that, I've got a couple of sparkly bits, which I don't often wear. That is, as you can see, it's sparkly. It's in the material. It's very subtly sparkly. I don't do pattern. I don't like pattern. I like plain clothes, as in colour palettes. I like plain clothes, and I like dark plain clothes. And that isn't because I'm a witch. I like it because it's who I am. And who I am happens to be a witch. So, I've got a really itchy nose. So I think that, yes, clothes do maketh the witch. Or maybe the witch maketh the clothes. But it's not all we are. It's not everything. And it's not so much the clothing, it's the vibe. It's the vibe and the feel and the aura that people give off. So there we go. Just a few thoughts, and I'd love to hear yours. This was going, I think I said, this was going to be a live video as I was going through my wardrobe, and I thought, no, too much of a chicken to record live. Even though I would like that interaction, because obviously live you can have the chat box there and you can talk to people, which is ultimately what I would like to do. But I couldn't do it live, which was lucky really, because I've been up here for 2 hours and I've decided what dresses I'm keeping. This has not been sorted out. I have 2 boxes underneath there. I have 3 boxes in the attic. I have all those clothes up there. I have another box under the bed, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes of shoes, not including the shoes that are lying around. I'm sure there's more clothes somewhere. And this also does not include all the clothes that I've already sold on eBay. But yeah, so it would take me quite a while to get through this lot. And people kept on phoning me, so I couldn't go live because I was constantly interrupted. I'm not popular. It was my children. So there you go. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you feel about your clothing choices. And not so much do your clothing choices dictate your witchiness, but does your witchiness sometimes dictate to a certain degree your clothing choices? Because I obviously think mine does. There you go. Thank you for watching, witchy people. I will be back very soon. Bye for now.